Hi everyone, how are you? So I hope everybody is doing well. I have been so under the weather, I can't even tell you. I hope you guys are all doing good. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and afterwards I have just been, guys, I have not been feeling very good. So, hi Gail. You know, my partner had the flu, and I guess I was lucky enough to get it. Is that ridiculous? So, and I've had this headache. It's been ridiculous. It's just been ridiculous. So how are you? So I thought today I have to catch up on all my stuff. I have to catch up on all my stuff. I have to mail out presents. How many of you guys are in that space too where you have to mail out presents? Hi, Mitz. Am I better? You know, Mitz, I honestly don't know. It's this headache that's so debilitating. I've had a headache, I would say now, for 2 weeks, and it's just not gone away. And I can't really take much meds, so I haven't gotten much crafting done. I have been making a rug. I'll show it to you guys. I actually made 2. And so today I'm making like little gift tags. Most of my family lives on the mainland, and I am making gift tags to send out their presents. So tell me about what you guys have been up to. It is awful. I have to tell you, I'm not a big complainer, but what happens is, for a while I had lost my voice, which was but now I just have this debilitating headache. It's not good. Oh, I went to the doctor, Mitz. They just said it's the flu and it's going around, and then I have to wait it out. Hi, Patricia. So I don't know how long it'll last. Usually I can take a couple of aspirin or Advil or Tylenol and it'll go away, but hasn't been the case this time. It's just been sort of lingering. So I have gotten out I have to mail off packages because I told you most of my family lives on the mainland. So I have to mail out my gifts. So I try to, this is the one thing I don't like. Hi, Ellen, how are you? I'm happy to see you. So this is the one thing that I don't like about, and happy Hanukkah, Miss Ellen, happy Hanukkah, happy second day of Hanukkah. If you have a lot of nieces and nephews, do you guys, I'm happy to see you, Ellen, do you guys ever send them stuff and then, you spend just as much on the gift wrap sometimes, or if you're sending them a gift card, hi Bunny, if you're sending them a gift card for $25, and then the card that you buy to go with it costs you an extra $5, I can't hand it. Hi Scotty, aloha. How is your mom? I've been thinking about you. I saw that you were visiting her. So since I have to mail out all these presents, I thought I would, so I make my nieces and nephews something small and I send them gift cards. And that's just works out better for me. And I know that probably goes against some people. They think it's really impersonal, but when kids get old enough, they don't really want unless they ask for something specific. So I've been making all my gift tags, and I've been making them out of security envelopes, map pages, music pages, what I have extra from junk journaling, and oh, she's good, Scotty. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. And product packaging. So I will show you. So if you guys want to make along, or if this is something you're even interested in, You could use your painty papers too. But so, of course, I have lots of these product packaging boxes from Thanksgiving. And I have, so you know, you can cover them with whatever. I'll show you guys a couple things. Like, I made my sister, I always try to make her a card, and I made her a card. I haven't finished it yet, but this is the envelope for the card. And this is like the inside of a book page. This is like a book page that wasn't interesting enough to use in a junk journal. And I have taken a, you know, the white part of a napkin, and I stamped on it with this butterfly stamp, which I think I got from Miss Linda McCullum, which I love. And, you know, glued it on with glue stick, and I'm going to put her card inside of it. But, you know, it'll make something special for her. It won't be the same old card she gets every year. Kind of has a really cool texture when you just use glue stick with the napkin bits. That's why you make all your greeting cards, Gail. Yeah, right, because it gets to be a bummer, like, when you're like, you know. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing today. I'm making gift tags. I have not. You thought it was a real napkin? Oh, no, it's just like, it was just stays on. I think I use this purple stays on ink because that's what I had. And then this butterfly stamp, and then the white part of the napkin. You know, and I just stamped all over it and then made the envelope. I folded the envelope afterwards. And by the time I put the card in it, it'll be good. Well, it's sort of designing your own, I guess. It's just, you know what it is with me? It doesn't, I hate to say that I'm cheap, but I honestly, I get a little upset when people are throwing away when you're like using all your stuff, and then they're like, they rip through the paper really fast. They don't even appreciate that it was wrapped if you bought some really amazing wrapping paper, that it was wrapped well. And the other thing is wrapping paper, you can't recycle it. So that's what I'm making today. So if you girls want to make along, grab your product packaging. And you know, I don't tend to worry about the proper colors for the holidays. You know, I really don't. I like to make mine just a little different, and so I just go for it. So that's what I'm doing today. I have so many projects, you guys. I'm so behind on all my projects. And I wanted to ask, how many of you guys still want to do the ATC swap for the one stamp envelope swap in Crafting Mamas? I haven't posted it yet, but I could post it today. I did post a Christmas card swap, so for anybody that wants to do the Christmas card swap, it is there. It can be a store-bought or handmade Christmas card, and you can put people on the list that wouldn't necessarily get cards. So like, these are some product. I try to take the boxes that I have and make tags out of them, and I have a box of them. So hi, APG. Oh, I'm happy to see you, Mama. No, wrapping paper can't be recycled. That's why they tell you throw it away. So it's crazy. So I usually make tags out of all my, not every single one of them, but as many of them as I can, because I use tags more than I do anything else. Hi, Liz. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Malia. Malia, I'm hanging in there. I've just had this relenting, ridiculous headache, but other than that, I'm good. But it's been for like 2 weeks, and every day I'm like, it's gotta go. So that's what I'm making. So if you guys want to make along, I think I'm gonna gesso some. I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. I'll just make do a plethora of tags today, because I need them for my holiday things. So I'm just gonna make them with whatever I have, and I'm just gonna gesso this box because I think I'm gonna put a napkin on top of it, and I don't really want the stovetop part just sticking. You know, I don't really want to see the stovetop stuffing box. So this morning my life started out with extra crafting this morning with my 12-year-old. She had this project due at school, and what's really great is I have my older kids here. I told you guys my oldest daughter and her husband are here for a little while. I mean, I'm counting every day as a blessing, because I know before long they'll be off and back on their traveling thing, and I won't see them for, sometimes it's a year or so, especially if they travel far. Anyway, so this morning, my daughter, I told you my 12-year-old goes to school super early. And so this morning, yesterday, she was working on this diorama. She had my older daughter cut open a box, and so she could make a diorama, because we didn't have a shoebox, so she used a recycled mailbox, a box I'd gotten something in, or one of the kids had gotten something in, and my daughter cut it open for her, and then she painted it. Well, this morning, what she didn't tell us was that she went to bed, I don't know what time yesterday, probably 10 o'clock, just to be up at 6, so, she needs her sleep, even though she'd like to stay up. Don't you remember those days when you, like, stayed up way too late as a kid, and you woke up and you were just exhausted? So, this morning, I said, because she only painted half the box. She didn't paint all of it. And she was just painting that part. This morning she goes, oh yeah, I have to bring it in. And we were all like, what? Why didn't you tell us? Like, and anyway, so this morning at 6 a.m., I'm getting my man gun out so that as she paints the background, I can heat dry it. Ridiculous, yeah? Hey, Laura, how are you, Mama? How are you? How are you? So that's how I started my morning. And hi, Les, how are you? How is New York City? Are you guys warm? Is it really cold? Hi, Jessica. Is it really cold, you guys? I haven't been watching anything. I don't even know if it's like, you guys, the only thing I heard about this past week in the midst of my not feeling so great was about Alaska and their earthquake and the potential tsunami for Alaska. That's all I heard about. I didn't. You remember those days when kids tell you like 10 minutes? Oh my God. And the funniest thing is that, my older kids sort of give me like a lecture. They're like, how, like, you raised us so much more strict. And I was thinking, they have a really short memory. I was up doing their projects at 6 a.m. too. So I said to my littlest one, I said, what if I didn't have this heat gun and all this paint? Like, wouldn't it have been good to, like, tell me a few days ahead of time? Your folks are in Anchorage? Oh, no, are they okay? Oh, no, Jess. Prayers to your family, girl. So sorry. Oh, girl, are they okay? They're all okay, but they said it was terrifying. I can imagine it was terrifying. It went on forever. 2,000 aftershocks? Oh, no. Yeah, when we get those sort of, we do have earthquakes here, too. And when we get those tsunami warnings, they can be really frightening. Because you're just kind of like waiting. You're in sort of like this limbo waiting. So the only reason I'm painting these at all is because I think I'm going to do a paper napkin decoupage on top of it, and I just don't want the stovetop part going through. Hey, Joni. I'm feeling a little better. You remember when you had to sign a paper in the morning and they had to take it back? Hi, Kate. So I wanted to say, you guys support each other this holiday season. If there are things that you are thinking of buying for yourself, head over and support a crafter. I think Carla Caged Fish had some stuff. She put some for sale videos up, and I bought some napkins for some Joss paper from her. I'm excited to get that. Not that I need another thing, because I don't. But I know Kate has some cool supplies going on in her Etsy shop. And if you guys want some of the most exquisite paper that has hand crocheted borders on it, you got to head over to Miss Joyce Boring. Have you gotten a store together, Miss Joyce? And buy yourself some paper that she makes. It's gorgeous. She crochets. It's crocheting, right, Joyce? Am I wrong? It's crocheting on on the borders. And okay, and the other thing, and I can't even show it to you because I have it put up, but Ellen, I don't know if you have any more. Ellen, do you have any more of your ledger paper for sale, or did you sell it all out, girl? Ellen, who's in our chat here, was selling mass quantities of ledger paper, which was awesome. You have to see Joyce's stuff. Yeah, Laura, she also has Carla also has a tutorial on how to make your own, which is kind of cool too. All right, let me find my napkins. I know I brought them over here. Guys, I've been feeling so crappy dap. I said to the kids, should we just skip Christmas? And they were laughing at me. I was kind of serious. Even though Christmas is kind of far away, but I was like, well, far away for the moment, but it was kind of, I was serious. I was a little serious. I was like, it's like I could, need to dry this. This needs to dry. But I can stamp my napkins first. And then I've just been feeling so under the weather that I was like, I can't even imagine how I'm gonna feel. But I do have to get my packages off. Oh, Joni, I am so sorry. Oh, big hugs, Joni. Big love to you and your family. We're sorry for your loss. Yeah, the cancer is a horrible thing. I lost my mom to cancer, so it's like not a good thing. So if I didn't have to get my stuff in the mail, you guys, I probably would not be even focused on anything. How many of you guys have to mail out packages? How many of you guys have had this experience where you make people stuff, like where you spend like an inordinate amount of time making stuff that you love and you enjoy making, okay? And then the people get it and they don't even, and you don't even hear a peep. You don't hear like a, hey, thanks, that was so cool, or anything. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Big love to you, Joni. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's such a horrible thing. So I decided that I'm only making presents for people that appreciate it. i.e. my really immediate family, because they live with me and they know, and we always give each other handmade things. So they're all busy making things too. So that's kind of cool. Little things. But I did make, I'll show you the 2 rugs that I'm making. Let me just get this one. Just get this one drying over here, and then I'll move my stuff and I'll show you. I gotta find got my stamps and my gesso. I thought I had, oh here, I did bring them. I was gonna say, I thought I brought some napkin pieces over here. You guys, my calamari has come to a halt. My calamari is halted while I haven't been feeling well. So, you guys, get out those stamps that you haven't been using, because we all have them. Your in-laws do that? They know thank yous? Oh, so I'm over it. You're having a serious trouble with a postal service? I was painting with gesso on top of my stovetop stuffing box, Laura, because I'm going to stamp. I'm going to use, I think I might use these snowflake stamps. I also have some pineapple stamps. Let me see if I can find them. And I'm making tags. That's what I'm making. So I don't want anybody to think I'm making like something remarkable. I'm not. I'm not making anything remarkable. I'm making tags. I have to mail my gifts off, so I'm gonna. Thanks, Kate. All right, so you're having problems with the post office. What's going on, Malia? You just buy for your grandson now, Gail? That's good. Oh, Gail, you know what? The men in my life get socks and underwear. I know that sounds terrible, but it gives me a good excuse to throw away all the underwear that have holes in them. No, I told you guys I did buy my hottie this is a stamp set from somebody's going to ask me. It's a Fisker's stamp set, and it's called Aloha. Okay, and it has pineapples, and it says mahalo means thank you in Hawaiian, and aloha means hello and I love you and other things like that. So I'm gonna just stamp some pineapples on this napkin, and I only have green and purple because that's, no, I have other ones right here. What else do I have here? I have oxides, I have red, I have red and green and purple, so I can pick that. Liz says the post office is, it took a month for your swap envelope to get to Missouri. Oh, that sounds, I've had some of those happen to me. And they're holding 2 of your packages for investigation because they scanned it and sent it to the carrier, not my house. What? That's crazy. Sherry said recently she was given a hand-beaded necklace made by a Native American friend of hers, and she just loves it. Hi, Lynn. Well, it's good when you know, it's like we like handmade because we make handmade, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, haven't you guys have all given people presents and then they don't say thank you, and you're just like, that sucks. Malia, one time I had a package, so somebody was sending me something from, it was either the Netherlands or Sweden, I can't remember, and it took 6 months to get here, and she was so upset, and I said, let it go, you know. These are really cool stamps, and I got them from a lady who has a, you guys, I'm using my I'm using the back of my Stays On. I may not be able to use that because it has like a ridge on it. Maybe I'll have to use my Distress ink. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it on this one first, and if I can't, I usually use, I don't know where my acrylic blocks are. They're not anywhere near me. So I'm going to use Distress Oxide. Let me just use this Evergreen first and see how it comes out. Let me use this as my acrylic block. You sent out a swap and it was $35. Oh no! I was just asking who wants to do who still wants to do it. I'm game for it. I just haven't felt good, you guys. I haven't felt good, so I haven't put anything up. So it would be 1 ATC finished, and then the supplies to make an additional one, and any little cool bits and pieces that you thought you might want that would fit in a 1 stamp envelope. And I think I'll put it up in our group, and then we can, as long as everybody sends out by, like, say, what do you guys think? The beginning of, like, if you send out before New Year's or before, that give everybody a chance to do it. So I may do more than one color on this, but we'll see how it goes. You guys, these are going to be on the front of a tag, so don't get all like thinking she's not stamping well. You love the simplicity of what the swap, the one ATC swap, or my napkin card. My napkin ridiculousness. How many of you guys save all these napkins? I do. I save them all. I save all the backs of my napkins and stuff. How many of you guys do that? I save them. I save them. And then I use them for all kinds of, like, I don't know, layering, stuff in my mixed media. The swap, yeah, just 1 ATC. You guys, it's really just a thought. So then that way it's a one stamp swap. So if you live in Canada and you want to participate, it'll be whatever it costs. What's an international postage now? $1.25? You totally save them, but you don't know what to do with them. Oh, girl, I make envelopes out of them. I get going with it, all right? I gotta, like, and I may stamp some red on this too. Ellen, I just go for it. I just use them for all kinds of stuff. I make envelopes, I cut them up. Sometimes I have, how many of you guys have like a cool stamp, but it's like so intricate, you won't use the whole stamp in like a piece of mixed media, but you'd use it as like an overlay. I use this for that too. So maybe I'll use a different color. Maybe I'll use this. I thought I had a gold one, but I don't have it here. Maybe this one will look good. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let me find my... One time you mailed a Christmas card just outside of Boston and she never got it, and the same year she mailed you one, about a year and a half later you got that one. Oh my gosh. So one time I was in, you know, I love, how many of you guys belong to Rosemary Morris's group? She's got a bunch of different ones, but she's got one called Textile Collage, which is really good if you're into like making things. And I used to swap a lot in it. And one time I made this, and it took me, I was going away. I was like traveling to South America or something. So I made sure that I made the swap, and you know, I did it like way ahead of time. Mailed it really early because I was going to be gone for a couple of weeks, and I made my partner mail it out. And he sent me a picture from the post office, you know, like with the tracking, and then he sent me like a picture of the, you know, like all of it, right? The picture of the package and a picture of the tracking. And I emailed it to the lady and I said, you know, it should be to you, and I don't know, it takes like 3 days, 5 days, because I mailed it. It was first class, I think, or priority or something like that. It wasn't, might have been flat rate. I don't remember. You guys, I was gone for, I don't know how long I was gone, but I was gone for like 3 weeks or something. And the swap wasn't for like, I don't know, 5 or, you know, it was a good long month deadline or something. When the lady hadn't even gotten it by the time I got back. Okay. And I was like, what is this? And I had spent so much time on it. It was like one of my first swaps in that group. So, you know, like when you're first swapping in a group and you know, I mean, I made this quilted wall hanging. It was ridiculous. But anyway, it was like, I don't know. It came back to me like 6 months later. It was returned and there was no reason why. Like not insufficient postage, not nothing, no reason. I got it returned, but I felt grateful that I got it back because I had put so much effort into it that I then just resent it back out. Lynn is saying anything less than an envelope overseas is usually $20 and upward per pound. Oh, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. I sent a package to Canada. Okay, so this is something you need to know about sending stuff to Canada. I made this lady a journal. We were doing a journal swap. And I think it was Rosemary that said, like, lay it flat. And so, you know, she gave us all the 411 about how to mail. So I made sure that it was, you know, in a yellow, one of those, you know, manila envelope things, you know, and it was flat. There was nothing bulging in it. It was completely flat. And I laid it between 2 pieces of, you know, like packaging or whatever. And I laid all my stuff and nothing bulged. And it was, you know, the right height. I think it has to be under 1/4 of an inch and all this stuff. And I just wrote on the front of it, documents, whereas normally I might have written paper crafting. Documents, and it was the max you could send. It was under whatever it was, under the weight that it was supposed to be, which I don't remember what it was. It cost me $4. The same book folded, because I made 2 identical ones, the same book folded up. I just went back into the post office to see. It would have been $25 to ship it. So there's some serious things, like you have to write documents, you have to write, I don't know. I don't, not the ins and outs of all the shipping thing, but I know there's lots of people, especially in those swap groups, that, especially ladies that swap a lot, will tell you, you You know, there's that group I told you guys to join that's called Stampers, Swappers. You know, they sell supplies. Everybody trades their supplies or sells their supplies really cheap. That's where I got these Fisker's Aloha stamps. And they were inexpensive. I want to say they were $3 or $4. So I bought them from a lady on there. And she's a lady that sells stamps and stuff all the time. She might do it as a side business. But it was great. Because I wanted them, but I didn't want to spend the whatever it was online. So I'm going to glue this one on as soon as my thing dries. The lady on there, her name is Ginger Pelfrey, that has that group, Stampers Swappers, on Facebook. She is the queen of shipping. She knows the ins and outs of how to ship and get the best rates. So if you guys join that group, Stampers, what is it called? It's called Stampers, Swappers, Cards, and More, or what is it called? Does anybody know? I'll put, you know, after the video, I'll post a link to the Facebook group in the description box. If you ever join her group, she has a guideline in there, or you just like type in the top of in the search bar, shipping guidelines, and she'll tell you everything, because there's this thing called regional priority, and it's even cheaper than regular priority mail. I mean, people they know, they got it down. All right, I wonder if they're going to be able to still see my box underneath here. I wonder if you're still going to see it. Oh, well, it's only for my niece or my nephew. They know that I recycle, so they won't say anything if they see the stovetop. No, the clerks don't tell you the cheapest way. AP's saying, I know that in the U.S., if you ship a book, if it's a book, it ships for less. If they ask if there's a letter inside, say no. Yeah, but you have to send it media mail, and sometimes they give you a really difficult time. I used to sell used books. I would find these amazing books people were throwing away here, and stuff I wasn't interested in. I've had like horseshoeing books and you name it, the weirdest things. And I've sold them in media mail. And they'll try to tell you that it takes longer. It doesn't. Actually, sometimes media mail gets there faster than regular mail. I don't know why that is. But, and you don't have to use Oohoo glue stick, you guys. You could use your school glue. It's just what I have here. It is what I've got going on. Now the key is to get it laying down without, I got my fan on because it's so hot in here. Without the fan, it's better. It's more better. Let's see if I can. Yeah, the post office does not tell you anymore the cheapest way, the cheapest rate. I'm waiting for the day that somebody else comes up like Jeff Bezos at Amazon comes up with like some sort of like postal deal, you know, that'll be chill, and then I'll put the post office out of business. You know? We'll put the post office out of business. I think these are going to be cute tags. What do you guys think? I think they're going to be super cute. They don't need to know that it was a napkin. APG says she sends second and third class, and it almost always gets there about the same time. I think they have the tracking number on it these days. Yeah, they do, but they'll tell you they don't. Ooh, Jessica said she found a Shakespeare book illustrated by Arthur Rackham, and it was from 1909. Ooh, that sounds nice. Have you guys been, what are you guys crafting for yourself? Are you making yourself a Christmas present? Anybody making themselves a Christmas present? Usually I try to. I haven't decided what I'm going to make myself though. Yeah, and you also can't send anything that has any advertising. So if you guys decide you're going to send a flowish style journal to somebody and you want to send it media mail, don't tell them there's any magazine images in it. You're working on Christmas cards, Lucinda? That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna. We get some really cool Christmas cards here, so I thought I was gonna go and see if I could find some. We get some Hawaiian ones, and they're really cute, like Santa on a surfboard, or just like really cute little things like that. I haven't gone to see if they could be all sold out by now, but I haven't gone to look. All right, I am gonna let this dry for a few minutes, and then I'll either run it through my die cutting machine or I'll cut some circles out of it for little tags. So you guys get your security envelopes and make these little tags. You can make them bigger too, but these are cute gift tags. You're just going to put to and from, and they're going to end up throwing them away anyway. Normal self. I've done nothing at all. You did nothing all of November. That illness really did me in. Oh, I'm so sorry. AP2 girl, I have been totally out of commission. I was supposed to do all this stuff. You guys, I have literally done nothing. I have been in bed. Aside from helping my daughter with her homework, and I did make a rag rug, and I'll show you guys. I've done nothing. I have felt so horrible that I have done zero. Zero, 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 which is not like me. You're driving your teens around. I hear you. You made paper beads? Ooh, you know who's the queen of... Hi, Sandy. You know who's the queen of paper beads? Is Messy Table Studios. Vicky. You guys, she sent me some paper beads last year, and I'm making myself a lampshade out of them. I haven't done it yet. I have the lamp, and I got the armature. I just haven't done it. All right, hang on a second. I'm gonna have my little die cutting machine right here. I'm gonna put one of my tags in it. You guys, you don't even need a die cutting machine for a tag die, but I love this tag die. I've had it for a long time. I'll show it to you. I'll bring it over close to you. You guys can actually see how small my table is when you see that this die cutting machine doesn't totally fit on it. Not ridiculous. So this is my favorite tag die. It is called Tag and Tie, and it's a Tim Holtz die, and it has like a bread tie and then a big tag. And then for the round ones, you could use I use this round old Sizzix die, and I use this one. I guess you could use a bigger one too. So I'm gonna cut. How many of these can I get out? Sometimes my boxes aren't big enough to get multiples out of. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how I can do it. We will see if I cut it too small. Because I've been known to do that too. So you guys could just cut a rectangle, and if you have one of those hole punches, and you know, you can buy a hole punch for like 99 cents. I found one at Office Max or Office Depot, or I think ours is Office Max here. Sometimes Staples has them too, and you can get them. You can get them for really cheap. If you've never used a die cutting machine, they always make that noise. It sounds like you're breaking something, but you're not. It's the plastic one. But look how cute that tag is. Oh, I might have cut it big enough to get more than one. Look how cute. See, isn't that going to be cute? And I'm just going to write on the back of it. It's made out of my stamped napkin. You drilled some holes and you hung some feeders and you fixed the bathroom sink at your mom's? Wow! Oh, you wrapped all your mom's presents? Oh, Scotty, you're so wonderful. Hi, Rosie. I'll tell you one of the best stories I have, or it's not maybe the best story, but it's one of the fondest memories that I have of my mom before she passed. So my mom was very intuitive, and And I think she knew she was sick, even though when she came to visit me, we didn't, I mean, you know, we didn't know. And my mom has never been one to, like, do things ahead of time, you know, like really, you know, like she enjoys the whole process of it, but she's not like one of these early shoppers. And she came to visit me, and for like the month of November, I just had my youngest daughter. My youngest daughter was little, like, let's say, she was like 3 months. She was born in August. She was like born at the end of August. So my mother came for the month of November. And so my mom was so obsessed with Christmas shopping. It was ridiculous. Like, and that's not my mother at all. So I was like, okay, you know, it's like, all right. And my mother was obsessed that we shop and wrap all of these gifts. And she had, how many grandchildren did my mother have? I don't know, 7, 8. So, you know, she was like, and so I did it just like you're doing with your mom, Scotty. You know, I did it. I wrapped and did all the Christmas stuff with her. And we had a great time. You guys, we were never big Black Friday shoppers, but she made me do Black Friday. And we did all this stuff. We had the best. I'll say that was one of my fondest, like, fun. And she, and the gifts she bought were like little and ridiculous, just something the kids would like. So there you go. There's my paper napkin on a stuffing box, tags. so she and I were like, you know, bought all the stuff that she wanted to get, and she had all these, like, anyway, you can imagine if I'm eccentric, how eccentric my mother was. So she so I had everything. This was the first year in my whole entire time as that I can ever remember having, you know, getting my Christmas stuff done that early. I mean, it was seriously like very, very early. And my mom, you know, we wrapped everything and we did all of it. And then my mom left to go back to, so my mother was with me for a month, and she left probably the first week in December, she left like maybe the 10th of December to go back to where she lived in California. I lived in New York. And I got a phone call that she was hospitalized with stage 4 lung cancer, like almost immediately when she got back home. So I rushed. It was really not good, and so I rushed back to California, and had I not done that, my kids would not have had a Christmas, you guys, because I was in California. So it's like, she must have known, but I had the best time. She and I made Christmas ornaments for every grandchild. We made all sorts of, like, that was one year she made every kind of baked good and fruit cake and whatever, and we mailed them to, you know, distant relatives that because she loved doing that. Like, she was like the queen of, you know, she always made you feel super special, and she was the queen of that. And so I made fruit cakes with her, and I'm not a big fan of fruit cake, but you know, when your mom wants to make fruit cake, you go for it. Hi, Mary Kay. Hi, Carla, Caged Fish. I was just talking about you, girl. So, Scotty, I get it. And I think that it's an awesome thing you're doing, hanging out with her. And doing all that stuff. So, it was pretty awesome. Your ears are ringing? Oh, Scotty said she sat on her bed and wrapped while she made pumpkin bread and talked to you. Oh, Scotty, those are such priceless memories. And I tell you, I love the fact that I did that with my mother and my sister at the time, because my sister lived in California and I lived in New York, and my sister was like, "You're what? You're shopping?" I'm like, "Mom is really obsessed." And she's like, is Mom feeling well? And I said, well, she seems to be fine. I think she knew. You know, she was only around for maybe 6 more months after that, I think. Scotty, it's just such a wonderful thing to be able to do that with your mom. It's like priceless, right? It's like, I think it's even better when you're conscious of it, right? Because how many times do we all say, I wished I had done this, or I wished I had done that, or, you know, that sort of thing. And Carla, I was telling everybody to support an artist. And I was telling them if they wanted anything for Christmas, that I had treated myself to some stuff you have on your YouTube channel that you are, I don't want to say purging, because I'm sure that maybe you are purging. But I was encouraging everybody to support each other, especially if you're going to buy yourself something, right? Carla had napkin packs too. I do not need any napkins. I went to visit my sister. How many of you guys do this? So like when you go away, especially if you're like me and you live in a place where you don't have all that stuff, you kind of splurge on the things you can't get. And Joni, it's the truth. It is so true. So true. Yeah, Carla has some things up for sale, but I'm just saying, you know, like so many times we want to treat ourselves to something. Like some of you guys have made some really amazing journals, and after I've done all of my bill paying and put all my priorities ahead, I may buy myself a couple of journals that you guys have made. Not because I need any journals, because you guys, I don't need anything. But you know how like you see something that somebody made and you go, I love that, it's just gorgeous. And that's what I'm piecing mine together, because I had cut you know, but it won't matter because it's going to be on a tag and they won't know. The recipient certainly won't know. Oh, Sandy, that's awesome. Oh, Sandy, I'm going to say, Sandy, we're sending you so much love. Oh, Sandy, that's such a great opportunity. I'm over the moon for you, girl. Over the moon for you. Over the moon for you. I'm over the moon for you, Mama. That's going to be so fun. Oh, Laura, that's so sweet. Laura says your mom lives 5 houses around the corner and she wants to come over every day. That's awesome. Your mom lives 6,000 miles away, but she came in the summer and you get to see her. Oh, no. Scotty says, I kid you not, people. She wore a chunk of tater tot on her blouse all around Walmart, visiting with people in her church. Oh, my God. See? Ham necklace and tater tot. She's got the tater tot. See, she wanted some taters to go with her ham necklace. Oh, my gosh. What's her name, Sandy? What's your daughter's name? I'm excited for you. That's going to be, you're going to have such a good time. How wonderful is that? Her name is Shelly. Oh, sending you love, Sandy. That's so awesome. What was I going to tell you guys? I've had some hilarious things happen lately. I'm just trying to think. Oh, okay. She's got breakfast covered, Scotty. She sure does. Okay, so I had a breakdown the other day. I wasn't feeling good, and I did. You guys, there are, how many people live in my house now? 6 of us? There's 6 of us. 5 adults and a 12-year-old, okay? And My house is tiny. And when I mean tiny, I mean tiny. I told you, like 700 square feet. And I had to do towels. I mean, we have enough laundry. Nobody has an overabundance of clothes here, and because of that, I'm washing clothes all the time. Or somebody is, right? But I decided, it had been raining and raining and raining here, and so I was like, I'm going to do the towels. Anyway, it was ridiculous. So I went to do the towels. And I told you guys we have this wonderful little cat, and she brings in lizards and all kinds of stuff. Oh, Sherry, don't let that deter you. You're not going to the state. You're going to her. You're seeing her. Don't let that deter you. So I was doing laundry, and I wasn't feeling good. I was like doing all these towels and multiple towels. And anyway, and when it rains here, we need even more towels because the rain, I told you all the bedrooms in our house have sliding glass doors, and the rain comes in. It's like a whole thing. It's like living in the tropics, and it has been raining and raining and raining and raining, which we needed. Well, I'm not complaining about the rain, but anyway. So I'm doing the laundry, and so we have this crazy little cat. I've told you guys my cat, about that ridiculous cat that we have. And I'm going to let this one dry. Let's see which other one I'm going to do. So the cat has been, she brings in every gecko, and they're big, they're not little. And if I find them, I put them outside. You know, I'm just, guys, I'm not a big, I don't like bugs. And look, you know, you live in the tropics, you got a certain amount of bugs and stuff like that. You just can't get away from it. So maybe I can use this. I'll save those pieces. Anyway, so I'm doing the laundry, and I had all the towels from and it had been raining, and so every one of our sliding glass doors had a towel in front of it, you know, because it had been raining, and I was picking up all those and whatever. So I do the laundry, and I go to get it all out of the wash and put it in the dryer. And you guys, there was a gecko in my laundry. It made me, I don't know if he was dead or alive when I stuck him in. He didn't have a tail. But I have to tell you, it upset me so much. I was so upset. And I guess I must have had the most horrified look on my face. And my son-in-law, he was like, what? What happened? And I was like, I was mortified. I was just like, I didn't cry, but I wanted to cry. I was like, oh. And he was like, you know, like, what can I do? What can I do? And anyway, yeah, that was my ridiculousness. I was like, oh my God. So then, you know, I was like, this is horrible. And he wasn't dehydrated after he went through my wash cycle. Oh, I was just so upset. I was like, I guess I must have had like this horrified look on my face. My son-in-law was like, I don't even know what to do to help you. Oh. Every moment is precious, Scotty. I agree. I'd give anything to have my mom back right now. Are you kidding? My mom would be your mom's age, Scotty, if she was still alive. My mother was hilarious. So that was I was like, I've had it. I've really had it. I've had it with these. I've had it with the. I've had it with. I've had it with the bugs. I've had it with the geckos. Oh. I know, right? They are proud. They're so proud. They're so proud, those cats catching stuff. I'm like, oh. I was so upset. I was like, oh. was like, this is ridiculous. I was fussing at the cat. My 12-year-old was like, Mom, it's her job. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want it in my house. I know, right? I miss my mom too, Liz. I miss her. She was great around the holidays. She could make something from nothing, I'm telling you. She could make these amazing, I'm telling you, she could cook like nobody I've ever known. And she would make something like, if she found out you were going to like a party or whatever, she could whip up something so fast. You'd be like, wow, that was awesome. So I guess my tags are going to be pineapples and butterflies. I guess nobody will, like, what are they going to say? Oh, yeah, she sent us some tags with pineapples and butterflies on them. Hi, Janie. How are you? Oh, I'm just trying to think of other things. I don't know. You guys have had the most ridiculous... Oh, I can tell... Did I tell you guys already about... I don't remember if I've told you or not. Did I tell you guys about our Christmas tree and the stupid Christmas tree stand? Thanks, Mary Kay. Chuckle, chuckle. Mary Kay, is this... I don't know if is this the one you gave me or is this one that Linda gave me? I've had a couple. Mary Kay gave me the dragonfly one I usually use all the time, but I've kind of put it on hiatus for a little bit. Does anybody go through a binge? I don't know what it is about the butterflies, but I have a thing for butterflies and I have a thing for dragonflies. I like them. I like the whole... So if you guys want ledger paper, go over to Ellen's channel. I don't know how, I think she was selling it in. Ellen, are you still here? Where were you selling it in? I got the best ledger paper, I have to tell you. Now I have to just coffee dye it all, which I haven't. I got the best ledger paper from Ellen. I'm excited to get my Joss paper from Carla. Caged fish. Got some other stuff from her. When I get it, I'll show it to all of you, but she only has limited quantities of things, so you got to go over to her channel and check it out. Oh wow, your cat was batting bacon down to the dog. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. Butterflies signify angels? Well, then that's why I like them so much. Scotty's hanging up bird feeders and she called her mom to see. Oh. Oh no. Jessica says she wants the Tim Holtz dragonfly stamp. Huh. Your Joss paper lasted a few minutes. You know, that's something I would buy if I lived near a store where I could get it, but it's not something I could probably buy it around Chinese New Year here. You know? But that would be it. Hi, Taz. How are you? So I hope this encourages you guys to make your tags and stuff from things that you have, so you don't feel like you have to go out and spend an extra $5. You can spend that $5 on your craft supplies. You can buy yourself a new Distress ink pad. You can buy yourself some Distress ink pads, or you can buy yourself your dragonfly stamp that you want, instead of spending the money on tags that your family's going to throw away. Oh, all right. So I've got this one. I'm going to glue that one on too. What did I do? I thought I had a. I don't know what I did. So I'm telling you that group, stampers, swappers. I would make a book with just Joss paper. A long time ago, I remember making some collages, like some birthday cards with Joss paper. When I lived in New York City, I was able to get a lot of it. Like, you could buy it just about, especially around Chinese New Year, you could buy it. But you could buy it, and I made some birthday cards one year. I also made a whole series of of wishing, of a wishing book. Have you guys ever done that? I did that. I gave those as gifts one year, wishing books. And that's where you use joss paper. So what you do is you would make a small book. I made mine Japanese binding style, Japanese stab binding. Hang on. I've got my handy dandy coffee going on. Japanese stab binding. And then put handmade paper and then a piece of joss paper coupled with it. And then write sentiments on the regular paper, or like made a wish book. If I have one, my daughter might still have one. I made one for her when she was, my middle daughter, when she was about 15, 16. She might still have it unless she used it all. So like on the plain paper, or the paper that wasn't joss paper, I would write like, this wish is for, you know, wish for something beautiful to happen today. And then they would cut out the joss paper and write the wish on the joss paper and burn it. I gave that away as a gift. I gave one to a lady for a housewarming gift, a wish book. If I get a chance, I'll make one with you guys after the beginning of the year, because Carla will have sent me the joss paper, and I can go for it. But you could also do it with rice paper, but the joss paper is so beautiful because it's so colorful. You guys might want to gesso your boxes more than mine. Since mine's going to my family and they know that I am the queen of recycling, they'll just think it's funny if they can see the stovetop stuffing box underneath. I do sound much better. Taz, I've had this headache. It's the headache that's debilitating. It's like, okay, so my partner got the worst sinus part. I had some of that in the postnasal drip and the body aches, but I've had this headache for like 2 freaking weeks. And you guys, my 2 Advil or whatever just isn't cutting it. And I went to the doctor and they just said that it's viral, not bacterial, so they won't give you anything for it. And I can't really take anything anyway, so, you know, I was just like, you need to make a video for just joss paper. I agree. Hi Lizzie, how are you? Oh, you guys go over and join. Did you guys see Lizzie just started her own Facebook group? You guys go join it. Scrappin' Lizzie on Facebook. She's Elizabeth Brewer right here in the chat. And if you go to her name and click on the 3 dots right next to her, it'll take you to her channel and subscribe. And you guys go join her Facebook group. It's a brand new group. Go join. I joined. I'm a Scrappin' Lizzie unicorn. Go and join her group. You had a headache for 3 weeks with fever upwards of 102. Oh my God. I had the fever too, APG, but the headache is the worst. I had the fever, but the headache is what's kicking my butt. I might need to stamp another one on here. I need another one. Let's see, 1 tag. Where's my tags? Let's see, 1 tag, 2 tags. Yeah, it needs another one because it's not going to have much on it. The headache is killing me though. Lizzie, what's your group called? Is it called Scrappin' Lizzie's Unicorns? What is it called? Tell me what it's called, Mama, because you added me. I don't. It's called. Somebody, Lynn, can one of you guys find it and put it in the chat so that people can join Lizzie's Facebook group? You know, Carla has a Facebook group too. It's called Art Experiments. So if you guys are, I kind of suck at Facebook, okay? But you guys, we love our Elizabeth Brewer, so we all love you, Lizzie. We support you. We love you, Miss Lizzie. Miss Elizabeth Brewer. We love our Scrappin' Lizzie. You gotta be a Scrappin' Lizzie unicorn. We all have to be a Scrap and Lizzie unicorn. Somebody sent you some Joss paper and Happy Mail. It's so cool, Lizzie. Lizzie, it's fun. You guys, I'll show you one of my wish books, or I'll make one with you. But you gotta have some Joss paper. You just gotta, or rice paper. Scrap and Lizzie Unicorns on Facebook. Joss paper is a Chinese, I think it came from China. Didn't it come from China, Carla? It's like rice paper and it's decorated. I don't have a piece here. I'd show it to you. Usually you'll see like a metallic strip and some Chinese writing or dragons or something on it. And really it's used, they burn it. It's like a, what is it, to like let go of your, okay, I need to drink more water. It's like you're supposed to burn it to like, you put like different things on it. Oh, here Joni writes, Joss paper is known as ghost or spirit money. They're sheets of paper that are burned in traditional Chinese deity or ancestor worship ceremonies and during special holidays. And it's also burned in Chinese funerals, she says. I will definitely drink some more water. Yeah, Carla's saying they can be very elaborate. They have gold and silver and copper patterns on them, squares and different things, and they're great. They're great for collage because they're super thin. And Carla's saying it's a tribute for passed on loved ones. Kate says that she has some Joss paper in her shop. So you guys go to Kate the Skate, right there, Kate the Skate 22. And she said she's going to put some Joss paper in her Etsy shop. It's like one of those things that once you get it, you'll be like, looking, you'll see it suddenly everywhere. Sometimes, you know where I bought some not that long ago? Well, it was a while ago because I haven't been back to the mainland. But you know where they had some? They had some at Old World Market. Isn't that the most bizarre place to have Joss paper? But they did. So Kate's Etsy store is called Kate the Skate Studio. After our live stream, I will put, I'll put Kate's Etsy store channel, Elizabeth's Facebook channel, and the scrapbook supply thing I told you guys, stampers, swappers, whatever. I'll put that in the description box. If you guys want to go over and do any of them, you can. Yeah. Carla says it's kind of like sending money to loved ones that have passed on for things they might need. Oh, that's so cool. Facebook does some weird stuff. I agree. Lucinda said she got her granddaughter some stamps and stamp pads, and her granddaughter's more interested in sticking her fingers in the ink than stamping. Hey, maybe that's just how she's expressing her artistic sentiments for the moment. Finger painting is fun. Lucinda, don't you remember those days when you finger painted? All right, I'm going to cut these into tags too. Yeah, Joss paper is super cool. What I put in my wish books, I put just any sort of, you just need a piece of like, I think I made mine with watercolor paper, but you don't need watercolor paper. You just needed, I did a Japanese stab binding, and I put, because the Joss paper is so thin, what I did was I glued, do you guys know what a Japanese stab binding is? I had a book over here. I don't even know. Okay, so Japanese stab binding is where like you just, you stab the paper on the I don't even have anything. Okay, so like here would be the book. Let me see how, let's pretend this is a Japanese stab binding book. Okay, so you would bind it on this end like this. You would just bind it here and it opens, and you just do it between two flat pieces of, I've done it with book covers, I've done it with all kinds of stuff. But what I did for my wish book was, because the Joss paper is like, it's really super thin, where it you capture your papers here in between this area that's folded, that's the binding. So I would glue my Joss paper just to where it would be bound here. So say if my binding was, I don't know, 1/2 inch or 1/4 of an inch. I glued my Joss paper onto a sheet of some other kind of paper. It didn't matter what it was, right? And then so I glued my Joss paper just on the edge to the other paper, and then I repeated it, say like 10 times or 20 times, how many ever pages you want in your book. And then you would Japanese stab bind it here, right? And then you could open it up, and then whoever wanted to, so then on the Joss paper was on top, and underneath the paper that it was glued to, only on the binding, it was only glued right here, was separate from there. I put like a wish, like wish for good fortune, or whatever I wrote to my daughter at the time. Or like when my friend moved into a new house, I would say, you know, let go of old patterns and begin anew. And maybe the second day would be like, ask for wealth, or I don't know what, or peace, or who knows what I wrote. But I wrote that on the regular paper, so then all they did was take a mat knife, or just tear it out because it's so thin, tear out the wish paper, and then they wrote whatever on the wish paper, and then they burned it. Then they could flip to the next page. Does that make sense? Is that... Okay, Lynn put it in there. There's Elizabeth's group right there. There's Scrap and Lizzie's group. You guys go join it. She put the Scrap and Lizzie in your Facebook group. Carla's group is inspiring. Don't you look? Carla's inspiring. She's the queen of collage. Guys, no. Carla, you're never going to get out of it, girl. You are always going to be the queen of collage, mama. You are the queen of collage. Bye, Sandy. Big hugs. I'm so glad you were here. We love you, Sandy, and we're so excited for you to get to go see your daughter. I'm so excited for you. What, it makes you laugh that you're the queen of collage? You are the queen of collage. What are you talking about? You are the queen of collage. Carla Caged Fish is the queen of collage. Okay? The undisputed queen of collage. Alright? It makes you laugh. Why does it make you laugh? It's the truth. It's the truth. You are the queen of collage. Guys, my only thing about my kids being here is I don't have my craft space. And can I tell you, it gets old sometimes crafting in a really tiny space. I know, I need to stop complaining though, right? Because every time I complain, my space gets smaller. So I love my space. I love you, 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 Carla. You're great. You're fabulous. You always inspire us. I always love hanging out with you. Lately I've been feeling so bad I haven't been hanging out with anybody. It's like, guys, it's like I'm feeling so crappied up. APG, did they give you anything for your thing? I went to the doctor. He was like, it is viral, not bacterial. You get nothing. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. I was like, thank you. You got timed out again. I get timed out all the time in people's chats. I don't know who I was chatting in the other day and I got timed out. It's like, whatever. It's like, you gotta go. You just go with it. But I will, after the end of this, I'll put Kate's Etsy store in the bottom. I will put Lizzie's, because I don't keep the chat up. So I'll put Kate's Etsy store, because she's going to put that Joss paper in her thing. Go over and check out Carla Caged Fish's, what she has. What do you still have left for sale, Carla? She had a toy box. She had some books. Not that any of us need any more books. She had, what else did you have, Mama? You had that. You had some paper packs, some napkins. What else did you have? Books, Joss paper, toy box. Toy boxes and things to make marks with. You had antibiotics and that helped, but you had to get stronger ones that did the trick. Oh girl, I'm right there with you. I have been in the biggest funk. I have to tell you, the headache is wearing me down. Okay, so Carla's saying she had napkins, the toy box, book pages, fish bits, and stamp sets. So and a junk journal kit. So you guys go over and support. Are you kidding? I had, even today, I did finally get some sense. I've been taking Chinese medicine. I've been taking something called yin chow. Do you guys know what that is? I've been taking Chinese medicine. That's I think that's kept me from getting it as bad as my partner had it. But he didn't get the headache. The headache is what's knocking my ass off. He did not get the headache. He did not get a headache. He got the sinus thing. I think the worst thing is I think my littlest one has it and my middle one has it. So it's like, I think we're passing it on to each other. Hi, Angela. Oh, no spinal tap. No, thank you. Well, that's good. Well, I've been taking some Chinese medicine. It's been helping. You're in the middle of decorating your Christmas tree? Oh, I didn't even get to tell you guys about my ridiculous... I didn't even get to tell you about my ridiculous Christmas tree thing. Oh my God. I think I haven't told you guys about my ridiculous Christmas tree thing. So, Carla says she has a few blank books and some coloring books for sale too. So you guys go over, but she's selling hers. If you just go over to her channel, right there, Carla Caged Fish, you will see her, you'll see it on her channel. She's selling them just directly from, YouTube. She doesn't have a shop. So I'll tell you guys my ridiculous Christmas tree story. So my oldest daughter decided that we should put up our Christmas tree early because she had presents that she wanted to put under them and she's tired of hiding them. And so I was like, okay. So I told you guys about the white Christmas tree that we bought. I don't know, did we buy it 2 years ago? Told you about the Martha Stewart one that we had for years until like we stored it in our garage and it turned from the red dirt, even though it was in a box. We stored it in the last house we lived had a carport that was open. They don't really have garages here, they have carports. But the carport in our last house was open on three sides. And when we would have a really bad, and we lived in the really windy side of the island, so when we had a dust storm, it was, and anyway, the red dirt permeated inside the box of the crazy expensive Martha Stewart one that I bought a million years ago, and we gave it away. We gave it to a friend who actually painted it. It actually turned out cool. He painted it like a metallic color. Anyway, so a couple of years ago, when we moved into this house, maybe 3 years ago, my littlest one wanted a white tree again. And so, I don't know, she and my hottie went and bought one. And it's not a big tree. Maybe it's, I don't know, 5 or 6 feet. It's not a big tree. And it's an artificial tree, and it already has like rainbow lights on it. And I think one year we put rainbow unicorns on it. We made unicorns. If I still have any, Lizzie, I'll send you one. But they're made out of paper, so sometimes they don't last. Sometimes paper things don't last, especially when you let your kids do whatever. So last year, I specifically remember when we pulled the, I'm just trying to get the little hole thing out of the, you don't have to get it out, but it gets clogged in there after a while. I specifically remember last year when we took it down that I said to my hottie, he didn't put the stand in it. It came with its own stand. And he didn't put it back in the box. And he said, oh, because he put something else in the box and it didn't fit. So I said, well, you better remember where you put it. And he's like, I'm the one that gets it down. I'll remember, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so can you imagine? So fast forward to this year. And my eldest daughter gets the tree out of the box. And guess what? Have you guys guessed it? She can't find the tree stand. And I was like, oh my God, how stupid am I? I could see it coming from a mile away last year. Why I didn't just like, I think I even insisted that he tape it on the box last year, or tape it next to the box, or, you know what I mean, tape it on the outside of the box. I remember having that conversation, but how many of you guys have men in your life that don't listen to you, that do not listen to you, right? How many of you? So I told you that when I was having all that company and when my sister came and all that stuff, that I asked him to take a bunch of stuff to storage. So when I'm looking at our garage is tiny, you guys. I've gone through like every box we have in the garage. And you guys, I used to blow glass. So I have glass stuff. I have jewelry making supplies when I was a metalsmith. I have all kinds of stuff like that in the garage. But I'm like, so I just decided I'm going to look through every box, because I'm like, okay, it has to be here. Where in the hell would it go? And it's a weird shaped stand. It's like not a, anyway. So he look, my daughter can't find it. I can't find it. I said, well, we could put it in a pot. I guess I could put rocks in it or something. It's a weird shaped stand. It wasn't like like you couldn't get like a regular metal stand for it. It wouldn't stand up because of the way the tree is. Anyway, I said to my daughter, well, maybe we could just go get a flower pot, you know? And I did not feel good. I was not feeling good, so I wasn't my creative self. And I didn't jump up to do it, which I normally would, right? So I said to him, he came home from work one day, and I said, you know, we've all been looking for this Christmas tree stand now for numerous days, and nobody can find it. And I specifically remember telling you last year to please, 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 please put it up, because I knew this was going to happen. And you guys, it was like, never mind. And then I said, well, where could it be? I said, I have looked through every box we have. Every single box we have in the garage. And he goes, and I said, and I can't find our Christmas ornaments either. And you guys, we don't have a lot of them anymore. I mean, you know, like, as I moved and whatever, I mean, we have ones that the kids have made, but I don't have tons of them anymore. And I think it's in our storage, you guys. So I think our Christmas ornament, so he couldn't find the stand, and the kids really wanted to put the tree up, and the storage is on the other side of the island because he put it near his work. And quite frankly, he hasn't gone over there to go through it. I didn't feel good, so I didn't go through it. So I didn't drive over there to go through it. So he came home the other day, and he had gone and he bought, so he went to buy the stand for that tree, and he couldn't get one. So he went and he bought, you guys will laugh, he bought another Christmas tree that was like on sale for like $20 or under, and took the stand, one similar to the one we have, and he took the stand off of it and modified it. So our white tree is a green Christmas tree stand. I said, what are you going to do with a green tree? And he's like, I don't know. So that's how I fixed it. What's going to destroy the world? Hi, Phaedra. How are you, Miss Ma'am? How are you? All right, so this is what I have so far. I have my napkin butterflies, my napkin butterflies, my napkin pineapples, and I have my my 3 little tags. Maybe I can make some more of these. Hi Nancy, how are you? Oh, I'm happy to see you. Carla, big hugs. Your eyes are closed and good night. I hope you sleep good. So with all my recycling, he's wasting energy buying another tree. Okay, so I have all of these security envelopes. Maybe I'll make a few more tags out of those. We're happy to see you, Miss Nance. How are you? You guys, I was going to do a December daily, and I said I'm not doing it. I just have not been feeling good. So if I journal at all, I did finish my November gratitude journal, and I just haven't. I did actually film a couple of times when I wasn't feeling so great, but they're really super short because I had such a bad headache. And I'll upload those. I just haven't uploaded them, and I will do that. Definitely do that. And I was going to do December daily and then just said, forget it. Forget it. So for the Christmas card exchange, Lucinda, you can send to anyone on the list. It doesn't matter. You can send to one, you can send to anyone, okay? But on the ATC swap, you'll get a partner. I'll try to put it up in our group either today or tomorrow so you can go look at it. And it's just one ATC, one completed ATC, and anything that you want to add, like maybe I would add some of my stamped napkins and maybe a couple of pieces of book pages or something. Whatever you can put in an envelope for 49 cents. But for the Christmas card, it's just anybody on the list, because some of the people that added like their grandchildren or added a shut-in neighbor or added like their elderly mom, you're never, just send it to them with love, And just keep in mind, if you're going to send it to someone in Canada or someone overseas, that it's $1.25. I am feeling a little better, Phaedra. I've just had this horrible headache. APG and I have been talking about it. I was like, just debilitating. I was like, forget it. Last week I was coughing all the time. It was like ridiculous. I did take some sinus medication today because the postnasal drip was like too much. But, all in all, I have nothing to complain about. If that's all I have, then I'm good. If that is all I get, then I'm good to go. It's just been a little yuck. Just feeling crappy, that's all. So I'm going to just make some round tags with this. I'm just going to glue stick. You bought a bunch of Forever stamps? Oh, good for you. Gail's saying stamps go up in January, so buy your books of Forever stamps. So if you want to do the ATC swap, it is one ATC finished. Please write your name and everything on the back, and you will get you can opt, when I put the swap up, you can opt for as many as you want. You could say I'll do 5 ATCs, and then you're just going to include a few little things in the envelope. Maybe some, if you have a die cutting machine, some die cuts. If not, some stamped napkins, or maybe just a napkin, a really pretty napkin. A note that just says, thinking of you, wishing you a good new year. And you can send as many, or you can sign up for as many or as few as you want. But for the Christmas card, it was to anybody that was on that list. And you can still sign up for the Christmas card swap. It's not, Facebook only lets you have 2, like a 2-week, when you're making an event, it only gives you a 2-week period on their thing. I guess I could recreate it after 2 weeks. I don't know. But the Christmas cards really just, I think everybody enjoyed it last year that did it. Getting Christmas cards. And so I know, like, some people, like last year I put my aunt on there, my mom's sister. And, you know, everybody sent her cards. And she was, you know, she doesn't really get cards from anybody. So she's in her late 80s, early 90s. So she really appreciated it. You found 2 stamp catalogs at a thrift store? Oh, that's exciting. Well, girl, the headaches have been ridiculous. I'm like, I was like, you guys hear Charlie? She's having her own moment. Phaedra, your journals are so beautiful. Have you guys gone over and joined Phaedra's channel? She's right here in the chat, Phaedra Jones. Go over and look at her. She made the most beautiful Reader's Digest journals. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. She made some gorgeous, gorgeous journals. And I loved your December daily journals too. They were great too with the vintage wrapping paper. I loved them. I think I'm gonna make round tags out of these. I'll do my round thing. I think I'm gonna make some round tags. Tags. I have to. How many of you guys are gonna mail off packages? Ugh. I don't know what is worse. The mailing off the package, like the packing it and getting it all together, and then the waiting for it to get there. One year I never forget this. I lived in New York City and I sent out, I always mail my sister and her family, and she's got 4 kids. So I always make her something and my brother-in-law, and then she's got 4 kids. And one year I made her something that I normally wouldn't. It was like sort of more of an expensive pair of earrings. They had diamonds and stuff in them, and I would not normally make that, but I did. And you guys, the package got there, and like I made my nephew and I made some. Everybody got a piece of jewelry that year, which was not usual for me. And it was a big, huge box. Probably had, I don't know, a bunch of stuff in it, you know? And so they had actually opened it at the post office. That's the only thing I can figure, and taken out, like, they must have scanned it and seen that there was nice things in it. And of course, I didn't know it was missing until I said to her, "Did you like the earrings?" And she was like, "What earrings?" And I was like, "Oh my God." So, I don't know. I don't send stuff like that anymore. And I have never had any, and I tried to collect on the insurance of it. It was a whole thing. Because I was like, somebody actually opened it. I said, "You guys have a bigger problem than me collecting whatever nominal insurance for my package." I said, "You have somebody that's working for the post office." So. Hi, Karen. How are you? You helped your daughter make an advent calendar? Oh, that's awesome. That is super awesome. Guys, I just haven't been feeling good at all. I had all these grandiose plans, but I've just been feeling so crappied out that I just haven't been doing anything. It is sad, right? So I just don't send it anymore. Like now, if I'm going to send anything expensive, I send it FedEx. I do. I don't send it via USPS anymore because you can't trust them. And it's like, it was like a whole ridiculousness, and it made me very upset because I had spent, you know, if you've ever made like real metalsmith jewelry, it's not like 5 minutes. So I was like, so I let it go. I just had to let it go. Couldn't even think about it anymore. Just let it go. So I'm just going to make little tiny gift tags for my packages for these. These are just going to be the hanging gift tags. And I'm just using embroidery floss, and I'm using security envelopes, but you could do yours with painty papers. And the back is mine's a stuffing box, but you could use what you have. You know me, I'm all about using what you got. But I know that at my sister's house, they go through their stuff like really fast. How many of you guys have witnessed that? Like you go to somebody's house that opens presents like speed demons. So, and I just said this year I'm not buying any. I'm not even buying Christmas wrapping. I think I have some brown paper, and I have some you know that newsprint paper? You know, it's like super thin. The end of a newsprint roll. I have that, and I'll just either make my own wrapping paper, and then I might have some left over from last year. Oh, this is a Big Shot, Marcy. This is my die cutting machine. I actually have a Vagabond too, which I really like. That's the electric one. But they have Tim Holtz has one that's sold in, not Tim Holtz. Sizzix has one that's sold in Europe called, guess what's it called? It's it's exactly like this, except it's motorized. But when I bought mine, they didn't sell that here. So that's what I'm going to do. And I made them something really small. And I'm giving them gift cards. That's how boring my Christmas is this year. Usually I spend a lot of time putting energy and effort into it. One of my nephews is getting married, I think, my sister was like telling me that she thinks he's getting married. Like that he's gonna pop the question, so that'll be like some big wedding. So by then I'll get them something, you know, for a wedding present, or I'll make them something. Maybe I'll make them a quilt or something. They definitely won't appreciate it now, but I think, don't you think, you hope, right, that your family appreciates what you make. And I have a hole punch. Okay, here it is. Because I have this tiny hole punch, and I also have the, what do you want to call it? The one that's the We Are Memory Keepers one. What's that one called? I can't even think, you guys. This one pokes the tiniest hole. Big Bite. I couldn't think of the name of it. What, they wanted to read the funnies, so I like that. You guys, we don't even get the funnies in our newspaper here. So even if I wanted to wrap them in the funnies, I couldn't. Ooh, that's a good idea. You doodle all over your grocery bags? Oh, that's awesome. When I lived in New York, I used to get bus maps and subway maps and wrap presents in that, because they always gave them away, and you would always find tons of them near the trash. People would throw them all away. So I was like, I think I'll have that. I think I will. You know, not tear up something else. I'll do purple. Purple will be good. Yeah, bus maps. Well, now with all the book pages I have, I could tape a bunch of book pages together, I could certainly do that and make some wrapping paper. But I have that newsprint. I have a roll of brown paper. I've got, I think I might even have some old house plans too, some old architectural, you know, those house plans, whatever, blueprints. But I just have to get everything in the mail. That was the whole reason. I was like, what am I going to work on tonight? And it's going to be this. So that's why I did it, because I got to get my stuff in the mail, girls. You drinking water for me? Oh, good. I have been drinking a lot of water, Mary Kay. It's just, ugh. And I had to drive my daughter on a field trip last week, and I felt so bad. I was like, ugh. I couldn't find anybody else to do it. Well, we have a local newspaper here, but I don't think there's cartoons in it. We don't have a national newspaper. I think the funnies would have to be in a national newspaper. But I could wrap them in newspaper from Hawaii. I could totally do that. Sounds like they're coming for me. Yeah, they are. Can you hear them? Guys, we don't have it very often, but lately there has been, I don't know, I think it's probably everywhere. It's probably not here, but lately there has been a lot of sirens, and what it is there's lots of lookout points here, and the main road, the only road really on the island goes by a cliff, and it's like hangs over a cliff. And sometimes, like, people will call because people get their cars stuck on a cliff, on the cliff's edge, and just all kinds of ridiculousness like that. Isn't that crazy? They do daredevil stuff. The envelope swap will be in Crafting Mamas, Karen. I haven't put it up yet. The only thing that's up right now is the Christmas card. But the Christmas card one is more like just send, you know, because some of the people aren't going to send it back. So, but the swap I'll put up. I haven't put it up yet. It's an ATC swap, just one ATC, and then just the supplies to make an additional one for your partner. So it could be, you know, a playing card. It could be a piece of scrapbook paper. It could be a piece of your painting paper, extra painting paper. It could be just a piece of a napkin, just something, just little extra bits. If you have a die cutting machine, you could add some die cuts in there. You could also add some fussy cut things. It's just a one stamp envelope. That's the whole idea, a one stamp envelope. So if you want to send internationally, it would be $1.25. And or $1.20. I don't know what is an international stamp now. I know I've asked that several times, and somebody's probably written it every single time, but I've been looking down and didn't see it. Or a 49-cent one. Malia says if you hear sirens where she lives, there's only 5 people, so it's a big, where she lives, so it's a big deal. Well, it could have been, there's a hospital not far from here too, so it could have been that too. But most of the time, it's people, it's people doing stupid things like, or they'll park their car out by the ocean, or, you know, like they think, and they don't look and see when the tide's coming in, and somebody's rental car will be floating away. I mean, it's that kind of stupid ridiculousness. We don't have a lot of crime here. It's $1.25 or $1.30. Make sure it's not bumpy. Yeah, it has to be flat. Oh, that's a good idea, Karen. Make a kit. We could totally do that as a swap. Because I'm not so big on swaps for a couple reasons. Swaps kind of take a lot of energy, okay? And somebody, you know, it's like, and then if somebody flakes out, it's like a whole thing. But a 49-cent envelope swap, if somebody flakes out, if your partner flakes out, that I can cover. But when we did the power pack thing, I think it cost me, I don't know. Even though everybody supposedly sent their postage, not everybody did. It cost me probably $50. It was, and you know, it cost me anyway, and it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a lot of work for what it is. But I figured the holidays is kind of fun because, you know, not everybody exchange gifts, and not everybody celebrates. So if you wanted to like celebrate in a way, like by making an ATC, and it does not have to be a holiday themed ATC. It is any theme ATC, any theme ATC. So I hope this inspires you to use what you have. Like these I think are cute. I mean, they're just security envelope tags, little circles, and you could make them square too. But I hope it encourages you, I mean, to and from, and I put little yarns through them because that's what I have. I have embroidery floss, and then my napkin stamping, my ridiculous napkin stamping. I hope that encourages you to do that too. I mean, these are, and use the stamps you have. Like, so I purposefully didn't even look for my Christmas ones because I figure, you know, somebody's going to say, well, I don't have a Christmas stamp. Well, I'm sure you have some stamp of some kind in a napkin. Use the rare red one? No way. I know you sent extra stamps, Cassandra. You did. Yeah, but some people were like in, I can't remember. Like I sent one to, I think we had one to Yugoslavia, one to Scotland, a couple to England, some to Australia. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know what? It doesn't even matter. Good night, Lizzie. Love you. Well, no, I'm just thinking, like, if I put these on the packages for my niece and my nephew, like, if I put them on the little things, and just write to and from and love, and they throw them away, big deal. It was a recycled stuffing box in a security envelope, and it cost me my time. You know, it's stuff I already had. I don't know how much this thread costs, but I got mine I got a big bag of it at a thrift store. Somebody was selling the whole thing, or at a yard sale or something. Yeah, Cassandra, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous, but it's okay. It was more than it was like something more than I remember. I was like, gosh, I was like, whoever didn't send stamps. I mean, I was thinking all the people that sent stamps, it was all good. It doesn't even matter. Plus I had to buy the page protectors because it was better for me to buy those page protectors and send them in that. Your mom got a beautiful Christmas card from a 4-year-old artist. Ooh, from our group, Cassandra. Was it your daughter? Was it your beautiful daughter, Kate? Did she send Olivia a card? Lynn is saying, Cassandra, the Christmas lights, question mark? Was that from you, Lynn? So just so you know, I will send Christmas cards, but I didn't put my name on the list because I don't want to. You guys don't need to send me anything. You don't need to send me anything. I got an amazing package. I was going to show you guys. Somebody sent me some Happy Mail, and it was somebody I don't even know. So somebody that must watch me on YouTube and just sent it to me. Yes, from the group. Aww. You got a tiny one too with fingerprints? Oh. Well, I'm going to send everybody that signed up a Christmas card or a tag or something, except hopefully I'll delineate between the ones that are just somebody's aunt or uncle, so they don't want something. Roz and her mommy. Oh, that's so sweet, Cassandra. we have some wonderful people in our group. We really have some wonderful people in our group. So I will show you my rug, and then I think we're going to do the woo-woo. And I don't know how long we'll do the woo-woo, because, you guys, my head is like, I usually feel better when I do it. Let me find my big rug. Hang on. So this is, it's ridiculous. I'll tell you the whole story. Let me find my rug. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I made this rug. This is one. I'm working on my second one so far. So here's the rug. Okay, it's only 3 by 5. I don't know how much you can see in this thing. It's 3 by 5, and it's made from t-shirts. It's made from t-shirts. My daughter had a bag of t-shirts to take to the thrift store. It's an easy project, but it's very time consuming. So I wouldn't tell you to make one for a gift with a definitive timeline. Okay, so this is one that I've finished, and it's all t-shirts. And obviously the majority of the t-shirts she had were black. And if I'd had a certain, and I found that the thinner the t-shirt, the better it worked out. This is also made from a t-shirt. That's just like a drink. So the joke was, my partner said that I could cut it up. I could cut the rug up. It was going to take me, he said, months to make it. I could cut it up and give everybody a drink coaster. So the back is oh my gosh, you know the thing for the non-slip rug? And you can get I have a huge bag of t-shirts. I still am working on my second one. You can buy a really big piece of this on Amazon with shipping, and I bought a big one. I think mine was 8 by 10. So I figured out of my 8 by 10 rug, I could get a ton of 3 by 5s. A lot. You could buy it smaller, and the 8 by 10 one was like, I don't know, $15 on Amazon, shipped free, and I could get, I don't know how many rugs. Blake figured it out. How he figured it out. It was a ton. So this is the second one I'm working on. So I thought I'd show you guys in process. So you can see. And you don't want to tie every one. She does have a lot of black t-shirts. You don't want to tie every one. You can tie every other one. Meaning, you don't want to tie every 3, because the floppiness of the t-shirt or the material will. I'm in the middle. I just started this one. I've been working on it for a couple days. I mean, obviously not straight, you know. And I found that the thinner the t-shirt material, the better. And I'm sure you could make it out of cotton. This is just what I had. So I'm only going to make 2, because my oldest daughter doesn't want one. She's moved, you know, they're getting ready to either go back to China or Greece, or I don't know. They're all over the place right now, and so she doesn't want one. So I'm only making one for my other 2 kids. So, and it's so easy to make, but it is time consuming. It's very, very, very time consuming. So I would say, and at some point you're just like, I'm never going to get through this. So this is what I learned from my first one. Okay, my first one, I learned that it's better to do all the colors first, and then to fill it in with whatever your main color is, of whatever you have, the main color that you have the most. And I could have probably done it like in a zigzag pattern and all that. At this point, it was just like a free-for-all. Oh, that's so sweet, Lynn. So if you wanted to make one, get yourself this stuff, and you can buy yours. You guys probably have a store you can buy it in. This is the non-slip stuff for rugs. I got mine on Amazon. And what's good about it, it's in a grid, so you can cut it even. Just measure it and cut it, and it's very easy. And you can wash these. I made one of these years ago. Years and years ago. The only thing I would tell you is wash them and hang dry them and then fluff it, because it takes forever. Yeah, it is soft to walk on. It takes forever to dry it in the dryer. Does that make sense? And all I did was cut strips of t-shirt material, and you can see it's all different weights. Cut strips of t-shirt material and tie it, and that was it. Just nothing. So that was my handmade ridiculousness for my kids this year. Yeah, it's kind of like a latch hook rug, except it's just you tie it and it's made with recycled I have a bag of t-shirts. So then I was going to make a set of coasters. You know, all the glass is sweat here. No matter what you do, because of how the weather is, so that's why you have coasters under everything. So I made one little coaster out of a t-shirt of one of my kids that it was so soft. And it took me an hour to tie these. So can you imagine how long the big rug takes? I figured it's about 40 hours in it, or more. I mean, I don't sit there and do it the whole time, but that's the only thing I did for the last 2 weeks. Besides, I did finish my gratitude journal, which I will show you guys. I don't have it in front of me, but I'll show it to you, and I'll upload the videos that I had already done that I just haven't uploaded. It's pretty fun. So that's my handmade that, and I'm making some. I wanted to make some jewelry, but I haven't been feeling good enough to sit and do it. Those are my exciting, because I've made my kids something every year, but after, like, my oldest daughter will be 27, so 27 years of handmade is like, I've made them everything. So for those that want to stay for the meditation, we'll do a really short meditation today. And you could latch hook a t-shirt too. Maybe. I just, you know what? You don't even need a hook with that. The holes are so big on those things. I just cut the t-shirt. The only thing that you want to do is you want to cut it with the stretch. You want to make sure that your strips are stretchy instead of cutting it against the stretch. You want to keep the stretch. Yeah, quickie woo-woos, right? You're so funny. Cassandra, I'm so glad that your mom got a Christmas card. I'm sure it made her feel so good. You're so lucky to still have your mom. How old is your mom, Cassandra? She's in her 94? 93? So those that want to stay for the meditation, grab your water. Make a t-shirt quilt. Ooh, cool. I have a friend that did that for her daughter. There's a company online that makes t-shirt quilts. That's great. You have to have some cool t-shirts, though. These were not cool. These were just... Bye, Lucinda. We love you. Big hugs to you. Bye, Phaedra. Big love, girl. Yeah, Lisa, you just tie the t-shirt. Let me see if I can find one. I have a whole bag of t-shirts really close here. I'll show you. Let's see. So here's like a piece of a strip of a t-shirt, and all you do, what I did is I tied mine in clusters, like I tied them in 2 or 3 at a time, so that when I put the darker color in between them, you'll see it. So all you do is tie it. This is it. And you just tie it like once. You don't double knot it or anything. This is the extent of all of it. And I left mine kind of long, so like however long the strip ended up being, I left it, and then I just tied it. And then I would cut off one end. That's the extent of it. That is it. That is it. The end. And then I tried to tie them like 2 or 3 together so that the colors would show up and wouldn't get lost in the black or the blue, whatever I have. That was it. This is the extent of it. You just keep tying it. Just tie it one time. That is it. Oh, 95. Cassandra's mom's going to be 95 in January. Happy birthday, Olivia. Oh, wow. Your t-shirts sound great, Karen. Stuff that just doesn't fit anymore. I understand. You can make a t-shirt quote with that too. Good night, Sherry. We love you. Big hugs. Lisa, it just is time consuming, okay? So it's like, you know, it doesn't go as fast, but it's definitely, I think Joni said she made one. So it's just not fast. Okay, so you can't be in a hurry to do it. I mean, I'll finish this one. So I'll have finished 2, but that's not. And mine are only 3 by 5. And the reason I made them that size is because I told you guys about the red dirt here. That's so cool, Karen. You know, the red dirt here. So we all have rugs next to the bed, like just little 3 by 5 rugs. All you got is time. Lisa, it's not an expensive thing to do. You just need a pair of scissors and recycled t-shirts. I mean, you could do it with cotton clothing too. I just happen to do t-shirts because that's what she had a huge bag of them to go to the thrift store. And I just cut mine up as I'm going along. I guess if you were smart, you could strip them all. And if you had a rotary cutter, you could lay it out and strip them all ahead of time. But I just cut them as I went along. I didn't strip them all. You know, I could have and made, you know, a ball of t-shirt yarn. And I bought this. You can buy this. I'm sure that you can buy this at Walmart or at, it's the thing that's the non-slip thing that you stick under a rug. Everybody has t-shirts, and everybody has t-shirts that they'll give you. I mean, everybody has t-shirts that are ruined that they can't use. I mean, sometimes I cut the t-shirts up for dishcloths and stuff like that, or dusting cloths, or cleaning rags, or how many of you guys do that? I mean, I have some in my car. I keep them for cleaning rags, and I keep them for dusting cloths, and I keep them for, you know, that sort of thing. But how many do you actually need? Right? Yeah, we don't have plastic grocery bags here anymore. Yeah, you could make it. You could do. I know that somebody crochets those sleeping mats out of grocery bags, but they've outlawed those here. Hi, Cheryl. So everybody, we're going to do the meditation now. If everybody wants to grab your glass of water, if you want some energized water, you can do that. But I just wanted to show you, that's what I was working on. So now that I've got enough tags to mail my packages. Got some ridiculous tags. I could make a few more. So save those white things, save those white pieces from your napkins. Stamp them up. You can make yourself envelopes, and this was the book page from, I don't know, an index of some sort. So get your water if you want to have some, if you want some energized water. Cheryl, I have had a headache literally for like 2 weeks. I got the flu from my partner, and he had it really bad, but his was different than mine. I started taking Chinese herbs the moment, he takes Chinese herbs too, but the moment I felt myself getting it, but I didn't get out of not having the headache. The headache was what was debilitating. The sinus, the postnasal drip, and the headache. But the headache was worse than anything. But I am feeling a little better today. I did take a bunch of sinus medication before I started today because I was having my ridiculous postnasal drip extravaganza. Last week I couldn't talk without choking. It was like I'd start coughing and I'd choke, and I was like, I am not doing a live stream between the headache and the coughing. I was like, no. Not good for anyone. So after our thing today, when the video is uploaded, I will go back and put, for Joss paper, I'll put Kate's Etsy store. So you get, for those of you that, she said she's going to put some Joss paper packs in there. I will put Lizzie, Scrappin' Lizzie's Facebook group, and you guys go over and join her. We love our Elizabeth Brewer, and she is just so wonderful and kind and loving to every one of us, and just, she's like everybody's crafty bestie. Go and join her Facebook group. And then I will also put the Stampers Swappers group in there if you want to buy. Like, I got these distress inks. I think they were 3 for $10, I think. Somebody was selling them. It's a lady that sells scrapbooking supplies. And she had other colors. These are just the ones I wanted. I bought these. These were like 3 for $10, I think, which is, I think, is a good price. And I showed you guys my Aloha stamp set, my Fiskars Aloha stamps. Aloha. I got that from the same lady. You know, it does take a little bit of looking through. If you're going to look through Stampers Swappers, what you have to do is you have to go to Stampers Swappers. I think it's called Stampers Swappers Buy and Sell. They also have swaps, like they do greeting card swaps and other stuff on there. You have to go to the group, then you have to go to photos, and then from photos you go to albums. And albums, it'll show you people selling albums. Is Buddha home? Huh? So tell him I'm gonna do meditation if he wants to come join me. Guys, my kids call my partner Buddha. Isn't that great? I call him Buddha. I call him Hottie, they call him Buddha. Isn't that funny? And he always says, you never tell me when you're doing your meditation, so I didn't know if he wanted to join us. Hi Lori, how are you? So get your water, and let's include Joni's cousin in tonight's energy work. Oh, I know what I wanted to share with you. So I have a wonderful friend that, and for those of you that aren't interested, please don't stay. You're not, nobody's ever, the meditation is for those that really want to do it. It's not a have to anything. So I have a really wonderful friend that is, she's an angel communicator, and I just love her. And she was doing something, and we were talking about energy work. I don't even remember what she was doing, and I was talking to her, and she was doing energy work, and we were talking about, you know, that's how I know her, is through what I do. Obviously not crafting with trash, but not recycled crafting, just energy work. And we were talking about energy work, and I don't even know how the conversation was. Oh, I was talking about one of our mutual friends that wasn't well, and anyway, that she had called me to talk to me about that, and called to talk to me that, you know, this friend of ours had asked us if we would put her in this weekly meditation that we do together. And I said, absolutely. And we were talking about it. And she said, and this was so, I thought this was so perfect. She said that everyone we are connected to, which is true, and I know it to be true, but you know how you don't think about things. She said, everyone we are connected to receives the benefit of raising their vibration as we raise ours. And I thought that was so beautiful. So when you want to, hi Miss Linda, love you girl. So when you want to, so know that when you include anyone in your energy work, they receive that upliftment. They raise their vibration. And somebody's going to say, okay, what is raising your vibration? Okay, you know when you feel crappy? You know when you find something that makes you feel better? Sometimes it's watching a movie, a funny movie, or watching a love story makes you feel better, or you're around a bunch of people that lift your spirits. That's raising your vibration. So I love you, Cheryl. It's all good. No, there's no right or wrong in my world. So every time you work on yourself, every single person you're connected to, without even thought, it raises their vibration. So it can be friends, family, co-workers, pets, obviously your home. I always include all of you, but it's every single person you're connected to. So you don't have to worry that you're missing someone. Sometimes somebody says to me, oh, I didn't think of them, because I always say bring to mind anyone you'd like to include. And I'll tell you that all right now. Bring to mind anyone you'd like to include. And that's all you need to do. And even if you don't bring it to mind, they get it anyway. It's always the same time for me every week, Tuesday and Friday, 9 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern. And I don't celebrate daylight saving time here, so it'll always be the same. So everybody that you want to include will automatically be included, but you can always bring them to mind. But it's really cool, even your loved ones that have crossed the rainbow bridge. So all you need to do to participate is inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. And if you don't get the breathing right, it doesn't really matter. Okay? And on the inhale, you receive, and on the exhale, you release. You can do this meditation with your eyes open or your eyes closed. Whatever works for you, sitting down or lying down. And all you need to do is just tell yourself, I receive, I receive, I receive, and you will receive what you need. That's it. So take a moment to bring to mind anybody you'd like to include in your energy work. Anyone. Your neighbor, your pet. Always include your home. And then I also invite you to bring to mind a place or somewhere where you know it could use an upliftment. It could be any point on the earth. Sometimes I include the elements. Sometimes I think of something will come to mind to make me think about water or air or earth or animals or plants. No right or wrong. So inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Receive and release. Receive and release. Imagine yourself in a column of light. When you look up, you can't see the end, and when you look down, you can't see the end. This is your column of light. It is unique to your being, soul, spirit. Allow your column of light to go deep, deep, deep into the earth. Give your column of light the suggestion, heart of the earth, and with that, your column of light is right there, deep in the heart of the earth. Give your column of light the suggestion, big oak roots, and allow your column of light to take root deep in the heart of the earth. Allow your roots to go deep, far and wide, deep in the heart of the earth. Let's ask the earth to bless us with her energy. I see this energy like beautiful golden light but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful golden light energy filling your roots, filling your column of light. Feel it filling your feet and ankles, calves and knees, thighs and hips. Feel it filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist. Feel it filling your chest and back, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your neck and throat, and your face and head. And feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to the earth. Now follow your column of light above your head and give it the suggestion, heart of the central sun, heart of creator creation energy, and heart of the divine. And with that, your energy is right there. Give your column of light the suggestion to have the same roots it does below your feet, above your head, in this beautiful cosmic angelic realm. Let's invite the energy of the central sun, the heart of creation, the heart of divine, into our column of light. I see this like beautiful silvery diamonds, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful diamond light energy pouring through your column of light, mixing with your energy and the earth's energy and spreading 6 feet in all directions. Feel it filling your head and face, your throat and neck, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your chest and back, your waist, your lower abdomen, the base of your spine, and feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, expelling any and all excess out your feet, out your roots, deep into the heart of the earth. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to heaven and earth. Now I'd like us to focus on our heart. Imagine a window right in the center of your chest. Allow this window to open and allow your body personality on an emotional level, a physical level, a mental level, and a spiritual level to release anything that no longer works for you. Your higher self knows exactly what you need to let go of. So give yourself permission to release this from all 4 of your energy bodies, your mental body, your physical body, your emotional body, and your spiritual body. Now I'd like you to imagine a sun, the brightest sunny day that you can easily, effortlessly imagine. Let's allow this sun to find its home in our heart. With every inhale and every exhale, your sun becomes brighter and brighter and brighter. Receive this beautiful golden sun energy in your heart, and as you inhale and exhale, feel it radiating throughout your entire body. Ready? Receive in love. Release in love. Receive. Release. Receive and release. Allow this golden sun to spread its rays, filling your waist and your throat. It's radiating from the center of your heart, radiating to your throat, and filling every cell in between and to your waist. Ready? Receive this beautiful healing sun energy and release anything that no longer works for you. Ready? Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. One more time. Receive in love. Allow this sun energy that's radiating and starting in your heart. It's filling your throat, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. It's filling your waist. Allow yourself to add 2 more energy centers, the one in your lower abdomen and the one in the center of your forehead. Feel this beautiful golden sun energy radiating through every cell of your body. Receive in love. Receive in love. Allow this healing in your mental, your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual bodies. Receive in love. Receive in love. Let's add 2 more points of light in your body, adding the one at the top of your head and the one at the base of your spine. This beautiful golden sun energy is radiating out from your heart, filling your heart, your throat, your waist, the center of your forehead, your lower abdomen, the top of your head, and the base of your spine. Feel this beautiful healing sun energy. Allow this healing to take place in your mental body, your physical body, your emotional body, and your spiritual body. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. One more time. Receive in love. Let's add 2 more points of light to all those you're focusing on. Let's add 1 foot above your head and 1 foot below your feet. So starting in your heart, the sun is radiating through your heart, through your throat and waist, the center of your forehead, your lower abdomen, the top of your head, the base of your spine, 1 foot above your head and 1 foot below your feet. Receive this healing sun energy in your mental body, your physical body, your emotional body, and your spiritual body. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Let's add 2 more points of light. The one 6 feet above your head and the one 6 feet below your feet, to all those you all are already connected with. Starting with your heart, feel the golden sun radiating from your heart to your throat and your waist, to the center of your forehead and your lower abdomen, to the top of your head and the base of your spine, 1 foot above your head and 1 foot below your feet, 6 feet above your head and 6 feet below your feet. Receive this healing. Receive what you need on the mental energy body, your physical energy body, your emotional energy body, and your spiritual energy body. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Let's add 2 more centers of light. Let's add where your light meets in the central sun above your head, in your roots, and below your feet where you meet in the heart of the earth. Focusing on your heart, feeling this sun energy. Feel it radiating in your heart. Feel it spreading to your throat and waist, the center of your forehead and your lower abdomen, the top of your head and the base of your spine, 1 foot above your head, 1 foot below your feet, 6 feet above your head, 6 feet below your feet, and where you're rooted in the heart of the central sun above your head, and where you're rooted in the heart of the earth. Receive what you need, the healing you need on the mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual bodies. Receive in love. 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 Put one hand on your heart and one hand on your water. Let me know when you feel this energy coming from it. You can feel it as a warming sensation. You can feel it energy coming from your hands. Everyone feels something different. Let me know. Let me know when you feel it. Ask for healing in your mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional bodies. I'd like you to imagine an infinity symbol. See it starting in the heart of where your roots are, in the heart of the central sun, crossing through your heart, entering deep into the earth, crossing back through your heart and ending where it began. On the inhale, receive love from the divine, the heart of creation, the heart of the central sun, and the heart of the earth. And on the exhale, give back love to the heart of the earth, the heart of the divine, and the heart of the central sun. Ready? Receive and give. Receive and give. Receive and give. One more time. Receive and give. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back. Feel free if you want to share anything. There's no right or wrong. You don't have to share. That's good news about the air, Lynn. That's great news. Oh, my cough is so much better, Lolly. You have no idea. It's just probably my sinus medicine's wearing off. It's much better. You feel relaxed, Linda? Oh, that's good. Oh, don't worry about me. I'm good. You know, sometimes I think this stuff happens to me, so I slow down and you know, just be happy where I am. Yeah, it's always when I live stream, it's always the same time, 9 p.m. on Fridays and 9 p.m. on Tuesdays, Eastern Standard Time. Oh, you're welcome, Cheryl. Big hugs. But that should show you that the energy's there no matter what. Like, even if I'm coughing or whatever, because it's not me. I mean, it's just, I'm just the conduit for it. It's there anyway. So I hope you guys are all having a wonderful preparation to whatever holiday you celebrate. Hanukkah, Christmas, Diwali, the winter solstice, whatever it is that you celebrate. Yeah, Cheryl, it is just a slow down. Yeah, it really is. And I hope you guys enjoy each other, you know. Enjoy your families, enjoy your friends. And take the time. Do you recognize the butterfly stamp, Linda? And I made this envelope with it too. I just stamped on the white parts of those napkins, you know, the liners for the napkins. Just stamped on them. And yeah, I need to get my packages in the mail, so. Oh, thanks, Lori. I hope you have a wonderful night, too. And for those of you that want to join our Crafting Mamas Facebook group, you're welcome to. If you want to join in the ATC swap, the artist trading card swap, you can, as well as the holiday cards. All right, my lovelies, know that I love you. I'll see you on Friday. Let's see. What was I gonna? Who is around this week? Friday. Okay, drama-free Friday, and I'm getting some stuff from Carla too. Cheryl, bad girl that I am. Not that I need anything. Drama-free Friday with How to Get Creative with Barb Owen is this Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. You know, she only streams once a month, so this will be your her December stream. So don't miss out. Do not miss out. Wednesday night, Stacy Pink Poodle Crafters will be doing her mixed media mashup. So that's a wonderful time to get together and chat with your friends in the box and hang out. I know that Jessica Rapp, Two Silver Oranges, streams several times during the week. So if you go to her channel and hit the bell, you know, subscribe and hit the bell, you'll be included when she streams. Sunday, Carla Caged Fish. She will be streaming Sunday 2 p.m. Eastern. So, and our Miss Elizabeth Brewer streams on Thursday nights. So that's Miss Scrap and Lizzie, and I'll make sure I put her in her Facebook group in our description box when the video is done. Big hugs, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for making holiday tags with me. I hope you guys have a creative and crafty week, and I'll see you on Friday. All right, my loves, have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thanks for hanging out with me. Aloha as always, ladies, from my heart to your heart. I'm sending you so much aloha. Until Friday.